Hello everyone, my name is Sapphire Renae and this is Sapphire Renae Atelier. So today I'm going to be sharing with you part 2 of the interior design home decor process that I shared in my previous video. If you're new and you have not seen the previous video, please go back and watch the previous video. The previous video basically took you through the process of designing a living room space, and I took you through like the different floor plans, the a little bit of elevations. And I look back in the video, I'm like, I need to show you more because there's so much more elevations that you didn't see. And then also just like the renderings basically. And so I just wanted to basically showcase and share with you part two of that, as well as a design process in terms of like the mood board and things like that, because this is the most important part. Like, this is the most important part when it comes to design, when you're speaking to the client about what they like, what their style is and stuff like that, and you want to actually showcase the color scheme. You want to showcase FF&E. What's FF&E? Furniture, fixtures, equipment. You want to showcase also like what do they love, like what is your style. Like if you are like somebody that loves animal patterns, like what does that look like in your space? Of course you don't want to make your space look like a whole wild room, but you can be sensible with it, you can be minimal with it, and then add elements of add like different elements to make it look good. We don't have to do the typical make every wall in a 4-wall room hot pink, hot orange, hot blue. Is not early 2000s anymore. We do not have to do that. Instead, we can keep the white walls and we can add frames to make up for it, and then still make the place look clean. Because when a wall is kept white, it makes the room look clean and it makes the room look bigger, especially when you add mirrors, and especially when you add a whole bunch of frames, or a little amount of frames. So I think that is a good tip for anyone that happens to be designing a space and would like to think about like how they want to decor a place. By the way, if you do want a colorful room, an avant-garde room, I would say that you could add color to the walls, but be mindful that that room will just literally that's just going to be the color for that room. So you have to remember that when it comes to a space, color theory is important. Not even just in home decor, but fashion. But anyway, color theory is important. A color portrays a mood, okay? Colors portray a mood. So what I mean by that, red can either mean one of two things: love or evil. White, purity. White, clean. Yellow, bright, sunny, positive. Those are the things that when it comes to color theory. So these are things you have to be mindful of when you're decorating your space, because that will actually help it and elevate it a lot more, depending on the colors that you choose. If you decide to paint the wall, or if you decide to implement things like flowers and frames with those colors in them. So I want to take you through basically the mood board process and everything in between. Okay, so I want to show you a bit of the furniture that has been implemented in the space, based off of what I basically spoke about in terms of the furniture, fixture, and equipment. So okay, so I'm going to be putting up on the screen the slide shows, or the mood board rather, so that you're able to see exactly what I'm going to be speaking about. So let's get into it. So first we have the set of dining chairs, brown dining chair with faux leather, and the one we actually got for the clients also faux leather. So we got set of 4, set of 2, set of 4, and we also got a circular dining table as well with brown a brown foot, so the glass can stand up, of course. In terms of the other materials and other pieces that need to be added, there are things like plants, and there are things like paintings that we're going to also implement a part of the space. So on the side you can basically see the execution of that. Then we also have some cushion ideas like I was speaking about earlier that I want to include as well, and dining table as well. I want to also implement in the space as well as a side table. As I've said in a previous video, client is indeed a Christian, and so I want to see how I can play around with adding colors that are adding paintings and colors that reflect the Christian faith, and also paintings that reflect Jesus and whatnot. So basically you're gonna see that and some more art pieces to place on the wall. Now, also was thinking of adding some rug along the passageway that leads into the living room slash dining room space, so that it adds like an element of color and stuff. So that is basically one of the things that I want to include, so that when a visitor steps in and they walk through, the first thing they walk into is also the carpet rug, the beautiful carpet rug with the art pieces on the wall, and then you have the set of dining chairs, the sofa, and then you have the desk to the corner and side table and everything. So there's a vision there, and there will be a final result as well. So I'm going to share with you the renderings, and I'm going to share with you the next process of what it's going to look like